Welcome to Digital Tech by Vignesh Balaji. So in this video we are going to see how to implement use context. So in the last video we have seen a glimpse about how to use context and what are the scenarios that you can actually implement use context and what is the difference between use context and Redux, right? So in this video we are going to see how to use it and how to implement the same. So let's start with creating a context. So you have seen I have created a folder context. Inside that I have a context.js. So here I'm actually going to export an context. So say context equal to react.createContext. So this react.createContext will create a context and that I'm storing in context, and that I'm going to use it in my application. So now let's try to import this contact in the app.js file. So let's import that. We have to destructure that context from this context, and then we have to provide this particular values to an components, right? So before that we will create two components. That name is, one is component a.js, and another one is component b. One is component a, one is component b.js. So let's start writing the basic boilerplate code for this. Yes. So now we will import the React from React. Then here I'm going to export default this component a. Then I'm going to return some div element. So similarly I'm going to do it for component b as well. So we have two components in place. So let's try to import it here as well. Import component a from component/component a, and this do it for component b. So we have component a and component b. So now these two particular components, we are going to actually use the use context and display those values over here. So in order to use those values, right, so we have to provide those values, or we have to enclose this particular two components inside an context.provider, and we have to default some value to it. So what I'm going to do is, so in order to default, I'm going to create I'm going to have an use state. So that will be like context comma set context. So that will be use state. So say we have a value of default context. So we have a state variable that has some default value, and also it has a function which actually necessary to change the context value as well. So now we have imported the context, right? So we have to say context.provider, that is equal to value of this what is written from the use state, say context, and say set context. Yeah, So now we have enclosed all those things, so we have to put these two components inside. So now component A and component B like is enclosed within a context. So this context A can actually change the value, or context B also, component B also can change the value. Similarly, it can access those current updated value as well. So for your understanding, say suppose I'm going to use this context and print a value in component B. So in component B, we don't have we have to import that context, and we have to use the use context hook in order to use the particular context value. So let us import the context first, what has been created from the context folder, context. Then we have to like use the use context hook from React in order to consume that particular context. So this context will return actually two values, as I said earlier. So that is, one is context, and then the second one is set context. And for now we will try to use the first context value. So use context will be context. So now we will try to print something here. Say inside paragraph we will have component A and the context. So let's try to run it over here. Yeah, we just made a mistake. Now we'll try to run it. Yes, you see I didn't actually pass it to props. I just use context, and the default value is being printed over here. And similarly you can do it for the component B also. You just want to copy paste the code and say you are actually using this context. Yeah, we didn't import the use context hook. Now you see the same value is printed in both component A and component B, and we don't actually pass any props or something like that. Say we don't pass anything. So this particular value is accessible across all these two components. In similarly, if you have component C, component D, component E, so similarly that will also be accessible over here. So this is how you use the context value and use it across multiple components. So there is also one thing. So we have just set the context, right? Let's try to change this context as well. So what I will do is that in component B, I will actually import the set context, and this will we will try to change on a button click. So I will add a button. So I will add a button on click. We will set the context to context changed or something. So now let's try to see what happens. So you see the context is being changed. So let's do it once again. So initially we have a default value, and we are actually changing the context of this. So, and you can actually similarly do it in a component B as well. So let's do that in also action. So we have it here, and in this we'll say change from B, and also we have to import the set context. So now here you have say let me refresh once again. Default value context change, and context change from the B will be context change from B. So this is how you will actually use the context and change the context across the application. So this is useful when you have a nested components and where you don't want to drill down the props to the innermost level of a component. So this is one of the use cases only, but you have multiple use cases and multiple scenarios we can actually use. And keep in mind, whenever the context values change, all the components, child components inside that particular component will context will re-render. In order to avoid this, you can use memos for avoiding that, but keep in mind, so it will re-render by default, so you have to handle that. So that is important when your application is too big and there are some performance issues. So keep in mind and use make use of this use context as well. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe, and share it to the friends who really need to learn React.